Hello and welcome to this lecture on Adobe Illustrator by Eduonix Technologies. In this lecture, I'm going to be going into color. This is the third and final lecture on color. So first off, I want to explain a little something about black. There's basically two kinds of black, and if you've ever printed out something from Illustrator and it had black in it and the black turned out looking gray, I'll explain why and how to fix that. Right here we have rich black, the richest you can get. It has 100% value of each cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. Let me show you what happens, and you'll notice it up here. If I change this to just 100% black and 0% of any color, see it turns kind of a gray, and that is what you would see if you were printing this and you didn't know that you didn't have any color in it. So basically you want to use rich black whenever you can, and you can actually achieve certain effects by doing like a partial rich black, for example. It's not 100% black, but it's close. But including color in your black will ensure that it prints the way it does in this preview box. And if you ever want to see the way a color is going to print, just click on the color picker and you can take a look. So without further ado, let's go into how to change colors really quickly and easily. Most of this video is going to focus on, in the edit menu, the edit colors options. So I'm going to select all these gradients I have, and I'm going to go up to edit colors, and let's take a look at the first one, recolor artwork. Recolor artwork allows you to specifically reassign colors based on colors that exist in your existing artwork. I used all of the primary and tertiary colors, blue, yellow, red. I meant primary and secondary, and purple, green, and orange. And you can see them in the gradients, and I'm going to show you what happens when we assign new colors to these. It's actually pretty simple. So first, I have orange selected, and I can select any color that I want to change in here. And by the way, the reason it shows 6 colors, like I said, is because I have 3 gradients. Each one of them uses 2 colors, yellow, purple, blue, orange, red, and green. So they all show up here. So it'll tell what colors you have, and it'll pull them into here when you bring this up. Anyway, I have orange selected. I'm just going to slide this over to green, and you can see what happens right over here. You can change any of the values like saturation, brightness, and hue. And if I had this orange in other places in the document, it'd be changing that too if I had it selected. So it's pretty simple how this works. As you can see, if I want to make this different color, I just click on the color that corresponds to what I had selected, and I make it a different color. And as you see, you can also click on color groups to achieve various effects as well. So let's get out of this one and let's move into the next one. I'm going to hit undo. The next one under edit colors is recolor with preset, but we're going to skip that for now and go on to adjust color balance. The first thing to note is that you get to select your color mode here, and you're given options. If I had global colors, I could select global, but keeping it in CMYK. So let's see what happens when we shift the cyan color to the right. As you can see, nothing happens. But when we actually subtract cyan, the colors that had that amount of cyan in it, when we go all the way down to 0, there's absolutely no cyan anywhere in this. Now let's slide magenta down. So we've subtracted 100% from cyan and magenta, and the only thing left is yellow. You can see the yellow remaining in my colors. If I turn preview off, this is orange, so it's half yellow. This is yellow. This is green, so it's half yellow. Let's turn yellow all the way down, and as you can imagine, it turns white. Turn magenta all the way back up. That's all you can see is magenta. So this is basically how you use this. And shifting it to 100% or past 0 also has very interesting effects, and you're just going to have to play with that. Basically, if you have all these sliders down here, then you can actually get some activity out of the 0 to a positive 100% range. Play around with that one, it's pretty useful. I wouldn't use it to alter all the colors at once. I would use it on just one, but I wanted to show you what it does to each one. Next up, under Edit Colors, we have some pretty simple options here. Simple in the sense that they're not as involved as the other ones with all the sliders and everything. And this next one is kind of peculiar, but it's very useful. I've made a bunch of red on the left and gray and different colors over here. This next one is Blend Horizontal. If I go to Edit Colors, it's the third from the divider, as you can see. And when I click it with these 3 colors selected, it blends the red and the blue together. Now you don't just have to have one row, you can have a bunch of rows selected. And it doesn't have to be individual little squares, it can be any kind of shape at all. I'm going to go down to Blend Horizontally. To get a very precise median color, you would want to have just 3 colors selected. Now if I wanted 3 shades evenly distributed between green and red, I would make 3 boxes in between. Select all 5, the 3 boxes I just made, and the green and the red one, and go to Blend Horizontally. So this is really handy when you want to get perfectly even colors between things. I like to use it for getting shades, even though you can use the color guide for that as well. But when you have your artwork already created, it's helpful to be able to have this tool like Blend Horizontally. Now right here, this black is not a rich black. So let's see what happens. Alright, now let's change it to a rich black, and let's see how it blends with that red. You can also hit Tab to get to different fields. I find it really easy when you're just